Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and channeling. Okay, we're exploring your person's overall thoughts, feeling, and mood towards you. For those of you that are specifically like in no contact or in no communication, you're basically in separation, right? So we're gonna see, are they thinking about you? What are their feelings towards you at this time, if they're thinking about you or feeling anything at all? Do they want to reconnect with you? Do they have any plans on reaching out? All that good stuff. We're going to be looking into it, and we'll also find out whether or not, if they are going to reach out to you sometime soon, when. All right, you guys, we're just going to be nosy. Your Saggy bestie here. I guess it's all my placements. My big 3 are Sag, Cancer, and Scorpio. All right, so I don't know, guys. I love that tea. All right, I love being nosy. Anyway, yeah, just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something's not resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for the people that it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. And I just added a lot, not a lot, I should say, I added more readings to the $25 specific person category. So go check them out, all right? All the booking details are in the description box below. See which one of those readings works best for you and your guys' situation, okay? There's even a $25 reading I just added, talking specifically about reconciliation. So go check it out. You guys were drawn to the, let's see, Malachite and Crysocolla stone. We'll talk about how that might factor into your guys' reading, if at all. Let's see. But it was intuitively drawn for this pile. So let's see. Your person's main energy that they're in when it comes to you in this connection is stuck in the mud. The number 24 could be significant. Let's see, clarifying that energy we have. Let's see, the Sun, the 2 of Wands in the reverse. We got the Sun in the reverse, the 2 of Wands in the reverse, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, and I was only going to do The number 5 is significant too. That's weird. I just now remembered that when I was shuffling the pre-pulls for this pile, the number 5 kept coming up, and it just so happens we have 5 cards here total. So there's some kind of shift and change happening in this connection. But anyway, we have the number 24 could be significant. The number 6 could be significant. Let's look at Stuck in the Mud real quick, what the book has to say about that. The overall theme is, according to your person's overall mood and energy, that says you're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. So in the upright position, it says becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. I'm getting the image of the Hanged Man card coming through with this. So maybe your person, like during this break that you guys are taking, or separation, no contact, no communication, they are gaining some kind of a shift in perspective here when it comes to you and the connection. Okay, I'm hearing one that's needed. Okay, it's a needed change and shift in perspective when it comes to you in this connection. Let's see. The book continues on to say, in fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from where and channeling's on point. It says, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Yeah, so there's an energy here. Oh, and then with the sun in the reverse, there's an energy here that your person may not, up until this point, or, you know, maybe before you guys have went into contact or no communication, there's just an overall energy here of they're starting, right? Starting to see things in a whole new way when it comes to you guys. They may not have really understood the connection or the bond here. With the sun in the reverse, the sun card in and of itself, just overall, regardless of what position it's in, is the happiest card in the deck. And so the sun being here is still a positive energy, but it's showing up in the reverse, and it's going perfectly along with this, where it says stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. They haven't really allowed themselves, or maybe they haven't noticed and or even acknowledged just how amazing they feel or felt in your presence, or just how much of a gift this connection is and or was to them. Okay, the book continues on to say, soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you. So I am picking up on an intention. Now, whether or not they're going to follow through with that intention is something completely different, but the intention is there. The desire, I should say. The desire is there to reconnect, okay? There's even a little bit of a message coming through, like, you know, there's a future-oriented desire and intention, like to meet up maybe at some point in the future. So reunion energy, reconciliation energy is coming through, but it feels tentative. Okay, feels tentative. With the Two of Wands in the reverse here, this is your person not really quite knowing how to move forward in this connection, and that might be part of what they're trying to figure out, or what's going on in this Hanged Man energy. I know this is Stuck in the Mud, but there's Hanged Man energy coming out all with the Stuck in the Mud. So your person is currently frozen, or suspended. When it comes to you in this connection, they might be feeling paralyzed by some kind of indecision or internal resistance, but it's not coming from a place of like apathy or boredom, okay? This feels more like a spiritual pause, not a disconnection. In fact, the connection is still here for your person. They still somewhat feel connected to you, but I am going to say they're feeling ousted, okay? They're feeling ousted. So you may have been the one to pull the plug on this, on communication here. For those of you where that doesn't resonate, that could just be your person. Like, you know, if they are the ones that walked away or ghosted, yeah, they could just be kind of in a space of maybe some regret if they did that, if they walked away or ghosted you. Because the desire to reconnect is here. But with the Hanged Man energy, this is like them being forced to slow down, okay? Being forced to slow down to notice something that they've been missing when it comes to you in this connection. So, you know, that could be you putting the brakes on this connection. If that's not you, this could be them. Like if they're trying to move on, or if they have tried to move on, it's almost like things are happening in the background that's like not letting them move on, okay? For some of you, if they are trying to maybe move on by way of like dating or things of that nature, nothing's happening. They may not be getting the attention that they want, or if they are meeting up with people, it's just not, nothing's clicking. It's that kind of an energy. And it feels like it's happening like that on purpose. Okay. Some of you may feel like your person has been running from this connection. If that's the case, it's like they're almost not being allowed to get too far. There's something here that's keeping your person in place. Like, no, you're going to stop and you're going to look at this and you're going to figure this out. You're not going to run away from this. There's almost like there's a lesson here your person is needing to learn, and it's like they're being held in place so that they can finally learn it. There may be something going on with your person's chart in relation to like maybe their north node. Okay. So check your person's transits if you know what they are. This could also be for those of you where your person's north node is direct, okay, in their chart, because north nodes are typically always in retrograde. So if somebody's north node is direct, then there's like a super calling on that person's life in this lifetime to, you know, it's almost like, you know, you didn't quite pass that lesson the last time, so now we're going to add like even more of a pull, and that's like north node direct people. Okay, they're not being allowed basically to get away. Okay, they're going to learn this lesson, which is interesting. So with the sun in the reverse, this is kind of like the spark is there, right? The happiness, the joy, definitely the spark is there, but there's some kind of dimming going on. And so where you once brought joy and light and vitality to your person's life, or maybe the connection was kind of like that feeling like, you know, like a home away from home kind of a feeling, like but I'm getting fun and joy and bliss too. So it's almost like, you know, yes, it was home, or it carried that home kind of feeling, but it was also like vacation, kind of like how people feel like, I don't know if you guys were ever really close to your grandparents, but you know, it's like home away from home, but at the same time, it's like vacation, right? That's what I'm getting. That's coming through for your person's disposition when it comes to you in this connection. But now they're feeling disconnected from that, right? Now it's like, no, you can't go there. You know, you gotta, it's almost like, you know, they went and they visited grandma or grandpa, you know, that they love very much, but they acted up, right? They weren't really appreciating or honoring or respecting, you know, that space. And so it's like now they're kind of been ousted, right? Ousted out of the garden. So this is where there is a bit of regret, maybe a sense of a missed opportunity, possibly even depression. Okay, maybe it's not coming through too much yet. We'll see. We're going to delve more deeper into their, you know, their energy towards you and the connection. They're still not yet fully realizing. I'm hearing what they walked away from, or if they didn't walk away from it, what they left on the table, right? This could be talking about how their inner light is dimmed as a result of not being a part of this connection, not communicating. They could also be ignoring or suppressing some kind of a truth. But with the Two of Wands here, this is, you know, they're not currently planning. They're not even really able to envision a way forward, which again is reinforcing like this stuck energy over here. But I almost feel like they're needing to deal with something, and the reason why they're being kept from being able to see a path forward is because then they would move on that, but they're not moving from a place of like abundance, right? They're moving from a place of fear. So they're being held, like they're being held in place to deal with whatever it is that's been keeping them from not really fully either noticing or taking full advantage of the Garden of Eden, so to speak. Okay. So yes, the desire to want to reconnect is there, but there's actually no active plan in place. But we'll get to that part of the reading here in a minute. So they could be feeling overwhelmed, right? They could be dealing with some kind of fear of the unknown. They could just be stuck in some kind of a very toxic comfort zone as well. And that might be why they're being held in place. It's because, no, you're going to deal with this uncomfortable feeling, right? No more distractions, no more coping mechanisms. If one of their ways of moving on really quickly was just to jump in another relationship, it's like they're being held back from being able to do that. Or if they have done that, it's like they're not being allowed. They're not being fulfilled, right? And, there's just whatever spark or whatever it is they're chasing they're not almost like they're not being allowed to catch whatever it is they're chasing. They could be stuck in analysis paralysis when it comes to this, you know, connection, or they might just be refusing to choose a pathway forward at all. But I feel like most of that is because, you know, either they're not seeing any good options moving forward, or they're just not seeing any options at all. But the Eight of Pentacles, I mean, they're still focused on something when it comes to you in this connection. They could be throwing themselves into work or some kind of routine, or maybe even self-development, but this feels, which is good if that's what they're doing, right? But this, with the Four of Pentacles, this could still be a coping mechanism of them. It's like they're trying to escape this Hanged Man energy, but they're just not they're not being allowed to. The Four of Pentacles is your person feeling very emotionally guarded right now. They could be holding on tightly to like pride or fear, maybe some past wounds, or a fear of letting go of control. They're not open-hearted, but they are still attached to you into this connection, okay? This is a card of clinging, not releasing. So they have not released you in this connection. They haven't let it go. They just don't know a way of moving forward in a way that makes sense to them. So they haven't let you go, but they don't quite feel safe enough yet to fully let you in. That might be what they're working on processing, or being guided to work on processing. So Malachite and Crysocolla, I can see why that stone was intuitively picked for this pile, because, you know, Malachite itself is a stone of a very deep transformation, working to uncover the truth, you know, heart healing, all of that stuff. It's about confronting suppressed emotions and transmuting pain. And then Crysocolla relates to compassionate communication, emotional wisdom. It is tied to like the throat and the heart chakra. So it encourages speaking from the soul and not the ego. And so I feel like that's what's happening. Your person is being stuck in suspension because their higher self is really trying to get like messages through to them. Like, no, we're not going to run away from it. Again, I'm telling you. And it may not be like, even if your person's north node is not direct, for those of you where your person's north node is direct, that's exactly what's happening here. That north node direct energy is coming through heavy. And if that's not for your person, just know there's some kind of an intention that your person may have set, you know, maybe inwardly, maybe not have spoken out loud, and that intention's at work. But it feels like that intention is something along the lines of like, you know, we're going to live the life that makes us happy, peace, happiness, bliss, and all that stuff. And so that intention is working. Okay. So, you know, your person may be kind of stuck or in the thick of inner emotional, you know, workings, doing shadow work, something like that, realizing truths about themselves, but not yet ready to like face them or even voice them. So there's a desire to speak from a healed heart, but they're not there yet. So they're going currently through like what feels like an emotional mental detox phase. You know, they could be in the throes of doing some kind of shadow work, whether or not that's intentional, integrating the shadow and stuff like that. So, you know, overall, pile one, your person just, they're not emotionally detached from you, but they are stuck. They are feeling overwhelmed, and they are still guarded. Okay. They are avoiding movement, not because they don't care, but because they don't know how to proceed with the Two of Wands in the reverse here. There is fear, hesitation, and internal conflict, but also quietly holding on, okay, with that Four of Pentacles. So, you know, they still value you. They still carry this connection with them. But they are in a liminal phase, trying to regain clarity, purpose, and courage. But they are being guided to use this pause kind of as a beacon to guide them back to their own truth. They are likely learning the hard way that control and avoidance hadn't been working, okay? So, yeah, for your person, this is a moment of spiritual redirection, okay? This is not like a final ending. So for those of you where you wonder whether or not, like, this is it for you and your person, like, you're never going to hear from them again, that doesn't feel like it's the case. The intention and the desire is coming from your person to want to reconnect, to want to, you know, reconcile, but there just seems like, you know, your person's got some inner workings they're needing to get out of the way before, you know, they feel, or should I say, yes, before they feel free to make their way back towards you again in this connection, okay? Before they're going to be released. That, again, North Node direct energy coming through, okay? If you don't know what North Node direct is, just go check it out, look it up, because that's the kind of energy that is really working on your person right now when it comes to you in this connection. All right, pile one's person, overall energy. Let's see, thoughts and feelings towards pile one during no contact, no communication, separation. Pile one's person's overall, remembering, focusing on the good times. Aw, okay. So if you know your person to be some form of an avoidant attachment, they are currently in the activation phase, okay, or they're being reactivated rather than deactivated. So that, you know, that can speak towards, you know, communication coming from this person sooner rather than later, okay? But either way, your person is just letting you know, or that they're just letting you know, not necessarily your person, but just letting you know, pile one. That's what they focus on. They focus on all the great times the two of you had together. That could be that sun in the reverse, right? The conversations you guys have had, the good times that you guys have spent together. Let's get a few more here. We're going to get 4. Okay. they are not very forthcoming with their thoughts and their feelings towards you. So that might be the way that you have been experiencing them. So you may have been tapping into, or maybe I hope you've been tapping into like their thoughts and their feelings towards you. They just may not be, they may be very stoic, not very expressive. I mean, you know, they may have told you every now and again, but your person is not very forthcoming with their energy when it comes to their thoughts and feelings. That Fourth Pentacle energy. Really coming. Look at this, and it says, aren't you tired of dealing with my bullshit yet? This almost feels like your person wondering, like, you know, okay, so this is speaking to maybe like a back and forth that the two of you have had, and they're wondering basically like when, first of all, they're surprised that maybe you know, they've gotten away with what they've gotten away with so far. I'm hearing that they're thankful. Yeah, I'm not going to accept these, but these all just avoided attachment. I knew that was coming out. And then living single. Yeah. This is, yeah, definite avoided attachment coming through with your person. And yes, they are in the reactivation phase of that phase in that cycle. Let me get a couple more out here though, and then I'll continue on. What time is it? Okay. Let's get a couple more. I gotta go into the crystal shop today. So I am on a schedule. I'm afraid it won't work out. Yeah. Okay, give me one more. See, there's a lot of fear, a lot of doubts, and a lot of worries when it comes to you and this connection. I mean, that could be commitment in general, right? But, you know, specifically with this connection, for whatever reason, your person is just afraid it's not going to work out. There's a lot of hesitancy coming through. It's not that they don't want to, but they're just afraid that it's not. And so there could be something here about your person afraid of putting energy into this connection, making this connection a part of their everyday life. And so they're future projecting. I'm telling you, the fear is running the bus here with your person when it comes to you in this connection. Give me one more, please. I only want you. See? Okay, so for those of you, if your person is on dating apps, or they all are talking to other people, or whatever the case may be, they have already gained some kind of clarity in this Hanged Man energy over here that it's you. You're the only one they want, okay? I'm hearing you're the only one that fits. There could be, your person could be highly nuanced. There could be some neurodivergence there, neurospiciness with your person. But there's something about just the two of you just fit together, okay? Maybe in more ways than one, if you catch my drift. At the bottom of the deck, says, I thought I could do this, but I just can't. I will clarify that, but that feels like that might have something to do with just, you know, commitment at all, right? Especially with that avoidant attachment that wanted to show up earlier. Let's first see what the cards have to say about them wanting to reach out. Whew. We're going to get a couple more. There's the shadow coming up with the devil energy here. Yeah, your person is being, they're being suspended, okay, to deal with stuff. Sorry about that, you guys. I got communication coming in about the kids, so my kids. Oh. Let's see, a marriage. Ooh, man. Okay, let's get one more. I am going to say the desire to want to reconnect with you, Pile 1, is there. It's there, okay? Oh my gosh. I'll take that one because calling, look, yeah. And then of course, you know, so yeah, you are going to be hearing from this person. There's a lot of yeses coming through. I'm not going to accept these. I'm just going to note them. Let's see, we have air travel. It says travel abroad, love with a foreigner, long distance relationship. So some of you might be in a long distance relationship with your person. Not for everybody though. This is just kind of a side note. And then we have thief with yes. It says experiencing loss, worry and frustration. The love is crumbling. Some of you, your person could have lost somebody very close to them fairly recently. They might be doing some travel related to that. Okay. But with unsettled showing up at the back of the deck, it says up in the air, unpredictable changes, cannot predict the future. Yeah, their energy is still very unsettled right now, okay? I mean, yes, there is a direction that's happening here, but again, your person is in the throes of doing some, or going through some kind of shadow work, whether or not they know that that's what that is. So does your person want to reconnect with you? Heavy on the yes, okay? But with the devil here, that again, that's them just kind of having to deal with some shadow work that's may, you know, where their shadow may have been hindering progress in this connection. Geez. Sorry, let me turn this off. So marriage says engagement, they choose you, want a serious relationship, okay? Calling says text message, phone call, good news is coming, they want to communicate. Yeah, your person is definitely wanting to talk to you, okay? Already figured that one out. Let's find out now when can you guys expect communication from your person? Let's get timing. Fairly soon. Wow. Okay. So we have, I'm going to do general stuff, right? And then we'll get down to some more specific ranges. So it could be the next fire sign season is when you're going to hear from this person. Fire sign seasons are Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. You'll just have to check the dates out for those if you're not sure when those dates are. So with the Ace of Wands here. Yeah, for the vast majority of you, I mean, this could, communication from your person could come in as little as 1 day to 1 week. Okay, 1 day to 1 week. It's going to happen as soon as your person kind of gets out. Again, it's not coming from a place of apathy, but they got to get some things figured out yet first, okay, before they actually make communication. So just depending on where your person is at with that, I'm gonna be honest. Communication for the vast majority of you is gonna come fairly quickly, within a day to a week. Okay, very quickly. Yeah. For most of you, okay? It could go up to as many, you know, as many as maybe a month. Again, just kind of take what resonates with you, okay? Take what resonates. We are on the, see, we are currently in Cancer because we had fire and water, and so it just so happens that we have, oh, okay, it could be on the cusp, okay? Could be on the cusp of a water / fire sign season. So like Cancer, Leo cusp. Okay, we're zoning in on specific dates because the cusp is always going to be like what, like a 4 or 5 day range. Okay, so that so let's see, the Cancer, Leo cusp, Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp, Pisces, Aries cusp. All right, you guys. Let me look at, I thought I could do this, but I just can't, and then we'll wrap up your guys' reading. I am, okay. your person, so with marriage being here in the middle, okay, your person is, believe it or not, pile one, wanting something more serious, or at least they can see you as marriage material for them personally. Okay, that might be what is freaking your person out, especially if they have issues with just commitment overall. All right, that could be part of the shadow work that they're needing to do, because for whatever reason your person may have been, yeah, because we saw living single kind of make its appearance. Your person could just be, you know, currently in some kind of eternal, like, bachelorette kind of an energy. And so they're kind of being suspended in place to deal with that, okay, that fear. Tell me more about I thought I could do this, but I just can't. What's that all about? And then we'll wrap up your guys' reading. Marriage. Oh my gosh. Four of Wands in the reverse. That's why they may have tried, okay? They may have tried some way, shape, or form with you to, you know, maybe start to slowly incorporate you into, I don't know. There's something about, like, they tried it, right? Even if it was just like a blink of an eye with you, like they tried it, but something about it didn't work out. It's like, you know, fear took over, something broke down here, and it was just, your person's like, no, they're going back to, no, you know, I'm better off just being single kind of an energy, okay? But I feel like that's what they're being suspended in place about, because it could very well be, I don't know, have you guys checked your synastry with your person astrologically? There could be something pretty, you know, awesome going on in your guys' synastry that points to possibly, you know, you guys being a part of each other's plan, like you guys having gotten together before you incarnated in this lifetime, and deciding for whatever reason, you know, we're going to be married in this lifetime, but all kinds of obstacles were thrown in place. And so I don't know, go check that out, you guys. Go check out your guys' synastry if you know your person's you know, details, so that you can do that. But I mean, either way, your person is feeling pulled towards, and they desire something more committed, more serious with you. But fear, okay, some kind of wounding is driving the bus here with your person when it comes to just commitment and marriage overall. All right, you guys, we're going to end your reading there. Hope that it resonated. If it did, do me a favor, make sure, take some time, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Yeah, become part of the family if you haven't already done so by hitting the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. What is going on, Pile 2? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are tapping in and channeling. For those of you that are in no contact, no communication, in separation from your person, we're going to be finding out what their overall energy is towards you, like what's their default state when it comes to you, what's their baseline. And then we're going to find out, like, do they want to reach out to you? And if so, like, do they have plans to reach out? And if so, when? When might you more than likely be hearing from this person? And we might even be able to find out, like, what might be delaying or blocking communication or contact, okay? Just basically whatever comes through, all right? So you guys were, let's see, oh, just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading, so everything that resonates, you can take it, run with it, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop it and leave it behind for the people that it's resonating for. All right, you guys, I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, and I've actually added more readings to the $25 category, so go check it out, right? You guys were drawn to, I believe this is yellow jade. It could be jasper. I'm not really quite sure what that is. The yellow stone, okay? Your person's overall main default energy towards you, we have compass in the reverse. The number 50 could be significant. Let's see, we have the, ooh, wow, the 10 of Swords. the Two of Swords, and the Page of Cups in reverse. No wonder why we got Compass in the reverse here. When it comes to you in the connection pile to your person, they're definitely feeling like things, I'm hearing they feel like things got off to a bad or a rocky start. That's for some of you. For others of you, it's just like your person feels almost defeated and almost feeling hopeless. Like the connection with you got off course. It got off track. Like this is giving me the energy of your person feeling like things should have gone a certain way and they didn't go that way. Okay, so when it comes to you in the connection, your person could be feeling very hurt. They're having a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings about this connection, but they don't necessarily, it doesn't look like they have the tools to properly deal with those thoughts and those feelings with the Page of Cups in the reverse here. And the Two of Swords, this person feels like somebody that shuts down whenever, you know, things, it's like when the tough, what do they say, when the tough get going? I don't know, when things get tough, the tough get going or something. But in this case, it's like your person's running and they're avoiding, okay? They could be stuck in some kind of limbo or indecision. They're, you know, if there's something that they're wanting to do, well, with the Two of Swords here, it's almost like your person isn't quite sure what to make of the situation. Your person is definitely feeling, when it comes to this connection, they're in a state of feeling like emotionally disconnected, maybe even confused when it comes to you in the connection. With the Compass being in the reverse, it's like their sense of what true north is, right? And in this case, it would be you in the connection. Is like it's completely scrambled. They don't know how to get, like there's a feeling here that your person still has an end goal in mind when it comes to you in this connection, but now it's like something happened and now they don't even know like which way is up, which way is down, or anything like that. Like their sense of true north has been scrambled. Like the compass isn't working anymore, right? They could be avoiding making some kind of a decision or acknowledging some kind of a truth here. They're likely still holding on to some kind of pain or identifying with some kind of a past hurt, whether that's connected to you or not. But I do feel like your person is holding on to some kind of pain and keeping it very close to them. Maybe not knowing just what else to do with it here with the Page of Cups in the reverse. I mean, this is not an energy of like malice. Your person is probably feeling very wounded, very lost, and very stuck in the energy that they're in. This is almost like that, you know, I don't know what to do with pile 2 in this connection, so I'm just not going to do anything. And in the interim, they're having all kinds of thoughts, all kinds of feelings about it, and not knowing what to do about it. Your person may just shut down, especially with the Two of Swords here and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Stonewalling is coming through. Does your person stonewall quite a bit? With the Page of Cups in the reverse here, they could be immature when it comes to like feeling their emotions or expressing their emotions. They could also just be very withdrawn or feeling emotionally blocked. Your person could be very overly sensitive and avoid emotional responsibility, or they could be somebody who doesn't trust themselves enough to express any kind of vulnerability. It can also point to some kind of inner child wounding or somebody who isn't ready to show up with open-heartedness. And so, you know, again, they're having all of these thoughts and all of these feelings about things when it comes to you in this connection, and they're just, it's like they're not dealing with it, so they just shut down, okay? So I mean that, you know, if you're wondering why you haven't heard from your person, you know, that's why. It isn't necessarily that they're not wanting to talk to you, but it's just almost, they don't, again, it's almost like they don't know how to handle things. They don't know how to handle this. They don't know how to get things back on track again. they might be feeling stonewalled by you, pile 2. That might be also what's going on here. That's going to resonate for those of you where maybe you just told your person, you know, you needed a certain kind of dynamic in the connection with them, and they're not providing it, so you just decided to just do something else, you know. That could be there as well. There could be some kind of a standoff going off between the two of you. That could be how they're feeling. Let's find out. Let's see. Pile 2's person's overall mood and energy towards pile 2 at this time. Let's see. No contact, no communication. One more shuffle. Honest thoughts and feelings, honest energy, mood energy towards pile 2 at this time. No contact, no communication. Pile 2's person's true thoughts and energy towards pile 2 at this time. Yeah, they're withholding. I'm not a safe space for you. Yeah, okay. Let's get a few more. We're going to get 4 total. I can still feel the pain. Okay. Ooh, that's that Ten of Swords energy that's coming through. Of course, this is all about your guys' connection. So, I mean, they literally could still be reeling from something that went down between the two of you. And if not, for some reason, you guys, it's still fresh in your person's mind and in their heart, okay? And it is sad because I am picking up where your person doesn't have the tools necessary to process those feelings and those thoughts that are happening as a result, okay? Your person could be feeling, you know, or there's at least some energy of feeling betrayed, feeling stabbed in the back. You know, that could be their energy towards you for some reason, especially if they feel like maybe you walked away. They could be thinking or feeling, you know, that you abandoned the connection, or they could just be feeling bad or guilty over what, you know, they may have done to you. You're going to know what that situation is about, but your person is still feeling the pain of that Ten of Swords energy. I'm distracted. Okay. Here we go. I'm in love with you. All right, pile 2, that's your person. That's your person. Your person is in love with you, pile 2. All right, look at the back of the deck. It says you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. You guys, your person is reeling, okay? Reeling. They are having all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the emotions, and they just don't know how to deal with them, so they don't. They just shut down, okay? Mentally and emotionally, they're just shut down. This could be like analysis paralysis. It could just be feeling so overwhelmed by what it is they're thinking and they're feeling that they can't move forward, right? There is some kind of an energy here about like if your person knew what to do to restore things or to get back on track with you in this connection again, they would. They just don't know how. Are you wanting to reach out and reconnect? Are you wanting to reconnect? Reach out to pile 2. We got on repeat. We also have reveal. Let's get one more. Which way are we leaning here? Yeah, we are. Okay. Yes, they do want communication with you. They do want to talk to you. They do want to reach out. The only thing they're leery of when it comes to that is they don't want to repeat some kind of a cycle. They don't want to get into it with you. They don't want to argue. They don't want to rehash the past if that's something that's resonating for you guys, okay? But we have reveal here. It says love underneath it all, emotional breakthrough, revealing what's been hidden. So they might want to explain themselves, or they might want you to explain yourself, okay? We got taste joy here. It says live in gratitude, bring color to your world, see the beauty in everything. Yeah, they want this connection to be reestablished because it was a safe space or some kind of a haven for them. Okay, At the bottom of the deck says target, set on you, wanting to conquer, aiming at your heart. It's at the bottom of the deck though because they're not yet ready to take action. They're not even set up to even aim or play whatever this target game is, right? They want to, but they're just not, they don't know what the target is, right? And this can be true for two people where maybe you're not on the same page about something when it comes to this connection, okay? Let me find out what's going on with I'm not a safe space for you. So this is alluding to like maybe they're the ones that caused that Ten of Swords energy between the two of you. They're not a safe space for you. And that might be why they're feeling the way that they are, not knowing what to do because they don't know how to make themselves a safe space for you, okay? Let me see. I'm not a safe space for you. Tell me more about that. Four of Wands in the upright position. This could be having to do with marriage or maybe a commitment, right? Living together. It's like they're not the kind of person that you would marry. It could be that, right? Or they're not the kind of person you would want to live with. Your person is not seeing themselves as like marriage material or serious commitment material. Your person could be married. That might be why they're saying they're not a safe space for you because they're already married to somebody else. You're going to know more than likely that's the case, okay? I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Four of Wands here, please. I'm not as, yeah. For the vast majority of you, your person isn't somebody that wants commitment. They're not wanting marriage. They're not wanting stuff like that. They're not wanting to live together, you know. There is a sense here of just not being the kind of person that, you know, you would take home to mom or dad, okay? Not being the kind of person that you might have kids with, or not being the kind of person that you would marry or live with. It's just, why is that? And it actually, your person doesn't like that assessment about themselves. That's why it's coming out here with the Nine of Swords. They don't like that, but what's going on then? Why are you feeling this way about yourself? Your person, oh, okay. They're just not confident. They could be jealous. They could be just, you know, dealing with low self-esteem. They could be dealing with worthiness issues. They might just be feeling like they're not, you know, good enough for you. They might be thinking they're just not a good match for you for whatever reason, okay? But whatever this case, whatever the reasoning might be, your person is actually, I mean, they could literally be losing sleep about it at night, okay? It actually worries them. It makes them anxious. They're either worrying about something about the past and or they're worrying about something about the future, but it's largely tied to marriage. Marriage, commitment, living together, all that stuff. Tell me about I can still feel the pain. I mean, you are somebody they want to be with and spend time with because they are coming over here saying, I'm in love with you, pile two. But they're just not a safe space for you. There could be something having to do with kids, okay? This is very specific and it's going to come with a trigger warning, but maybe, you know, someone may have lost a child, okay? The Page of Wands in the reverse too may talk about inappropriate messages or just not handling things the right way. So I don't know if, you know, one of you caught wind of some inappropriate messages with someone else. There's still pain that your person is feeling attached to that, whether, you know, they saw inappropriate messages between you and someone else, or maybe you saw that and, you know, them getting caught, you know, made them feel really bad. It's definitely tied to that Ten of Swords energy over there. Tell me more about I'm distracted. You know, if you're the one that walked away, if they're the one that did something to hurt you, they are feeling really bad about it, pile two, and they're actually beating themselves up about it. Tell me more about I'm distracted. Actually, let's put that one back there. pile. This feels like them trying to save a sinking ship with the Tower in the reverse. What's the Tower in the reverse in reference to? That could just be them distracting themselves from the Tower that's going on between the two of you. You know, upheaval, sudden shock, change. They're not wanting to deal with it because they don't have the tools to deal with it. So they are distracting themselves from dealing with the upset between the two of you, okay? The emotional upheaval. Okay, you're distracting yourself from that, but with what? How are you distracting? Oh, okay. It could be a pity party your person's distracting themselves with, just negative thinking. It's the King of Wands in the reverse again. It's not so much that they're being distracted by anyone or anything. It's just that their own internal self-sabotaging stories just kind of on loop, right? But they may also be distracting themselves from you and from this connection by telling themselves they don't measure up. They're not good enough for you. You deserve somebody better than them. But at the same time, they're not really trying to let go of this connection, okay? They might just be distracting themselves with what they did to hurt you and like kind of like, see, that's why I can't be in a relationship with anybody, because I'm not marriage material, I'm not commitment material, I can't be trusted, that kind of energy. Let's find out. Let's see. So are you planning on, so we do know that your person wants to reach out to you, but oh my gosh, the King of Wands in the reverse keeps coming out. I'm going to be honest, they want to, but there's not any real plan to, you know, move forward, at least at this point in time. Not while your person is being distracted by all these negative thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. They do want to reach out to you though. But, you know, I'm going to be honest, pile 2, what's coming through is you're not going to be hearing from this person, at least for the foreseeable future, with the 3 of Wands in the reverse. There isn't really anything with timing to do here, because at this moment, your person just isn't, they're not in that headspace to reach out, to rekindle, to whatever, right? Yeah. So we're going to have to end your reading there, you guys. I hate leaving it like that. It feels like it's too open-ended, but it just is what it is. I don't have anything else coming through when it comes to your person. But, you know, we'll just leave it there, pile 2. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know how you, let me know... What did I just say? Let me know that you picked this. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, your person is like very distracted. Like, you know, they'll get one thing in their head and then it's just gone the next. Yeah, comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you want by hitting the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile 2, I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye. Hey pile 3, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We're tapping in and channeling your person's, well, this is going to be for those of you that are like in no contact and no communication, basically in separation from your person. And so we're going to be looking into and delving like what's their disposition towards you and towards this connection. What's their main energy and their main mood, all that good stuff. And then, you know, do they want to talk to you and reach out, you know, and are they going to reach out? And if so, when? We'll see if we can get some timing. All right, you guys, so just keep in mind it's a general reading. Everything that resonates, take it, run with it, do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop it and leave it behind for whomever it's resonating for, all right? So I do have personal readings available if you want me to just exclude everybody else's energy and just tap into you and your person's connection. All the booking details can be found in the description box below. I have a lot of readings in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, and I actually added more $25 readings to the $25 category. All right, you guys, so let's get into your reading. You guys were drawn to the, let's see, this is Rubellite and Tourmaline. Rubellite and Quartz. Let's get your person's overall energy. All right, we got cleaning house. We have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords. We also have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so right now, no contact, no communication, and no separation. I'm just going to keep it honest and real with you guys. This kind of feels like your person in this energy towards you overall, most of the time, of just needing to walk away, okay? Something in this connection just wasn't working out. And this is coming from your person's perspective, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But whoever the feminine energy is, the divine feminine of this connection, your person is seeing, whether that's them or you, right, as possibly just being insecure, feeling insignificant, possibly being jealous. I'm hearing full of themselves, okay? There's an energy here of the Queen of Wands in the reverse being the reason why your person feels like they're having to walk away. Again, whether or not that's you or your person, you know, you're going to know who that is. But with the Knight of Swords here, you know, there's not a lot of, I don't want to say there's not a lot of deep thought, but this feels like it's a quick decision. Like your person just decided for whatever reason, like, okay, this is just what needs to be done, and they're going to do it, right? Swift action. Whatever was fulfilling for your person, and again, whether they feel like this connection wasn't fulfilling for them and so they're walking away, or they're just feeling like they're not able to fulfill, right? Whatever needs to be fulfilled in this connection, so they're choosing to walk away. There's just an overall feeling like there's a lack of emotional fulfillment here. It could be mutual, it could just, you know, whatever the case may be, but this is your person feeling like it's just best to walk away before things get worse, is what they're saying. Okay, let's see. We're going to find out now. We're going to get more into the energy to see who goes where. Pile 3's person. Pile 3's person's honest thoughts, moods, feelings towards Pile 3 and the connection, please. Yep, there you go. It says you should let me go. Okay, that's your person. That's how they feel. They feel like the two of you just need to let each other go, and you guys just need to walk away before things get worse. Okay. And then, yeah, let me get the rest of these out. I'm just going to get a couple more. There is some hesitancy, though. Some, you know, they are kind of second guessing a little bit whether or not that's the best thing to do, is to walk away. Yeah. Oh, okay, that might have been somebody in this connection. All right, somebody in this connection had a wandering eye. Okay, somebody in this connection was craving validation and attention from people outside of the connection here. Whether that was them or you, you're gonna know who that is. Okay, this feels like that's what's underlying everything here. That's the problem. Right? Somebody had a wandering eye. Somebody wanted to deal with third parties or couldn't stop dealing with third parties. And so, yeah. Also out on the board, it says, I thought I could do this, but I just can't. And then we also have, I don't know what to do or what to say. So let me find out what's going on with this card here, because we got one that's coming out. Both energies are present. we got one side that says you are my future, and that's actually the side that's being favored, okay? And so this could be an energy of your person feeling like, okay, maybe right now right now is not the time to try to work on reconciliation. This could be your person just talking about like maybe later on down the line we can try again, right? But for some reason, your person is saying, you know, they're seeing you as somebody they can see their future with. You're the person, when they think about their future, you're the person that you're the person they see in it, right? The problem is, I feel like your person is kind of stuck in limbo here because they're haunted by the past. And whoever has the wandering eye, that might be what the problem is, okay? There's a sense here of your person feeling like we're not getting anywhere or we're going nowhere fast, like you guys keep going in circles. And so your person may be the one wanting to break the loop, right? And so it's like that your person not wanting to do this anymore, not wanting to repeat another cycle. So like, okay, let's just stop this. Let's maybe go our separate ways. Maybe just see what else is out there. But really what it feels like is your person might just be like, maybe y'all need some time apart. Maybe the time apart would help that slate that has been broken or dirtied between the two of you. Maybe time, right, could somehow restore it. All right. Tell me about haunted by the past. Yeah, somebody was juggling, okay? Someone was juggling. That's what that is. Let's see. Romantic interest, third parties, stuff like that. Okay, tell me about, I thought I could do this, but I just can't. I just saw the marriage card. Yeah, there's the Queen of Wands reverse again, okay? I'm telling you, whoever this Queen of Wands reverse person is, whether that's them or you, it's like they can't deal with it. They can't do it anymore. They can't deal with, you know, whether it's their feelings or your feelings, but feeling insecure, feeling like it's not enough, feeling jealous or maybe envious or just, you know, maybe really mean or triggered or something like that, okay? I don't know what to do or what to say about why is this here? Well, that's why you're not hearing from this person. They're not seeing a way forward. They're not seeing how things can work in this dynamic. So they're just not. It's not necessarily that they don't want to work things out. They just don't see how things could work out. Okay? There wasn't a Ten of Swords over here. Did I say something about a Ten of Swords earlier? I mean, that energy is definitely there with somebody having a wandering eye and craving validation and attention from third parties. Yeah, so let's see if they want to, are they wanting to reach out? Pile 3's person wanting to reach out to pile 3. Pile 3's person wanting to reach out to pile 3. Let's see, we got, okay, there's yes. We're gonna get, okay, they do. I can already tell. Yes, they do. Let's see, what is this? Maybe, oh, okay, look at this. We got the masculine here in the upright position, and then the feminine card comes out, and it's in the reverse. Okay, that's that. I'm telling you, there's something going on with the divine feminine energy in this connection. And then we got the wheel at the bottom of the deck. Yes, your person wants to talk to you. They want to reach out. There's even a feeling here of like, if they could, if things in this connection could be fixed, right, then they would fix it, but they just don't know how. And so your person is just kind of leaving things up. Like if the two of you are meant to be together and there may even be a secret hope with your person, because it is coming through here like you are their future. That's what they're thinking. Like, again, they can't really see their future with anybody else in it. They're seeing you like, if the divine feminine, what your person is saying, whoever the divine feminine in this connection is, or whoever the Queen of Wands in reverse is, your person is saying, if that person could get their shit together, or maybe not even getting their shit together, there might be some things that the Queen of Wands needs to, like, maybe work through. Like, if the Queen of Wands could get over things, then, you know, things in this connection could work. But there's kind of a sense here of not being able to let it go, or let something go, not being able to move past something. Okay. But, you know, your person's coming through, pile 3. Like, of course they want to talk to you. You feel you're their home. You could even be their wife or their significant other. You know, or that's, you know, that's a position that you held with them. And they're like, of course I want to talk to you. You're my home. You're my person. But things here feel like they just got so bad that there was just no other recourse but to walk away. Okay. We got snooping at the bottom of the deck. Okay, it's like they're not talking to you. You're not hearing from this person, but they are on your social media. Okay, because this is online snooping, still not over you, secretly checking you out. So your person is, you know, yeah, they want to talk to you, and they want to even stay connected with you, and they are like, you know, whatever platforms you have, whatever way that they can keep tabs on you, they're keeping tabs on you. Are you going to be reaching out to pile 3? They want to, but let's find out if they're going to. Are you going to reach out to pile 3? And then, if so, when? Let's see. Are you going to be reaching out to pile 3? I'm hearing not anytime soon. Are you going to be reaching out to pile 3? They're saying, yeah, no, not at least not at the moment, because they literally don't. They're like, what can I do, or what can I say? Nothing I do or say is going to make anything right. It's not going to right any wrong. It's not going to make up for the past. It's not going to, you know, fix anything, right? And it's almost like, what's the point? And then we have the Empress in the reverse here, which again is divine feminine showing up in the reverse. I'm feeling like the divine feminine in this connection is pissed off. Pissed off, or just really sad, or something like that. And, you know, for whatever reason, your person is just like, yeah, if the divine feminine here, this is just at least your person, right? If the divine feminine in this connection could get over something, or get over what was done, or, you know, stop ruminating on the past, your person is saying that, you know, they would love to try to work things out, but this connection itself just kind of, and this could be saying too, they aren't able to reach out. Maybe the divine feminine has them blocked, or is restricting access. That could be that as well. But it's almost like there's nothing, there's no reason to reach out. There's nothing to say. There's no energy to pour into this into the connection. It's broken. And so, you know, this is like, let's just go our separate ways, and maybe over time, right? We can meet back up together again, you know, maybe when both of you are like 2 completely different people, in a way that actually works, right? So, pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this did resonate, or if you got from this reading what you came here for, do me a favor. Take a moment, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already done so by hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.